Remember the national panic over Hunter Biden? Between 2013 and 2018, he made about $11 million, including $4 million from Burisma. This was proof of corruption, and until we learn how to stop the self-aggrandizement of families in power, our republic will always be compromised. But if that was a problem, what do we call what's happening right now with the administration that ran on stopping the in-family political corporate collusion? Because today, the only two Americans negotiating with Vladimir Putin about Ukraine's future aren't diplomats, they're businessmen. Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, and Steve Witkoff, a longtime Trump real estate partner whose family has been quietly soliciting billions from Gulf monarchies through his son while he's acting as U.S. envoy. So let that sink in. Here are the facts. After leaving the White House, Kushner raised $4.8 billion for an investment fund. Saudi Arabia alone gave him $2 billion. That one investment pays him $25 million with his 15% fee. Then Qatar and the UAE added hundreds of millions more, bringing Kushner's foreign government fees to over $157 million so far. And this man is now shaping the territorial fate of Ukraine. Meanwhile, Steve Witkoff's family business was pitching Qatar, the UAE, and Kuwait on a $4 billion real estate fund during the same period he was leading U.S. diplomacy in Israel and Gaza. Projected fees, $80 million a year. Now, why does any of this matter in regards to Ukraine and Russia? Because Ukraine isn't just a conflict zone, it's a resource zone. Middle Eastern governments depend heavily on Ukrainian grain to feed their people, and Russia wants to retain control of Eastern Ukraine's Russians are rare earth minerals, lithium, titanium, and strategic metals worth hundreds of billions. So the real question is this: is what's happening now a peace deal about restoring sovereignty, defending a potential ally with foreign aggression, or carving up Ukraine's resources so the right foreign powers get their wheat, their minerals, and their leverage? When the people doing the negotiating have business ties to foreign governments who need those resources, it's not diplomacy anymore. Or is it just a global real estate deal with national borders? And here's the part that nobody seems to want to say. Millions of Americans voted for Donald Trump because they believed he'd end exactly this kind of insider graft. You know, the swamp. So why isn't there outrage now? Because most supporters don't know any of this is happening. And I predict many will be responding to this video calling me either a liar, a libtard, a leftist trying to bring down Trump due to Trump derangement syndrome. Too many of our fellow citizens are locked in a media silo that only reports what flatters their side and buries what doesn't. Selective outrage isn't patriotism. If $4 million from Burisma was a crisis, then billions from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE should be a 5-alarm fire. A republic cannot survive when diplomacy just becomes a business deal. We need institutional guardrails, not loyalty tests. That's the only way we can revive this republic. Take care.